that be change who we are.
That's right.
We are called to serve. And we had thousands of people show up. We served about 20,000 people for a 3-day period with no infrastructure. What we had is faith and, you know,
Fishes and volunteers.
and people that showed up. In fact, can I just tell this quick story? Because we closed down right there, so today I've been running around to the sites as well to see how I can be a part of what we're doing, even though we have a lot that has to still be done in our area. But yeah, Saturday evening, we had stopped everything, and because yesterday we were going to have a service. We were in the battle with the city, as you know. They would not even open, and every time I've had the opportunity to say this, I've said it to the press, I don't know how many times. They would not let us use the schoolyard, which is the schoolyard where we have our services on Sundays. They would not let us use it as a staging area. And we would have been able to bring tractors in there, forklift. I've never driven a forklift. I had to teach myself when there was a truck out there and a forklift. And I did the forklift thing for 3 days. But when the city eventually shut up, they told us no. They would not give it to us. It would have been the safest thing. So we had to make do with a schoolyard that had an entrance into the street with a curb cut in the corner at a bus stop where a tandem bus makes their turn, where the pedestrians are crossing the street. We had hundreds of volunteers lined up, and people were like beavers. Everything had to be done there. Then we had the Mercy Chefs and the Holy Smoke guys, and it was like an incredible movement. So yesterday we were not planning on doing anything other than having an outdoor service because we couldn't use the school. And I got there at 9 o'clock, and the city did not pick up what they were going to do. Okay, they stopped us from giving out the meals and waters that they had provided at that point. So here we are. There's already a line of 90 people because we counted heads, and I say to the cops who were there, the cops were wonderful, by the way. And I say to the cops, man, I don't know, I think we're going to have to send these people home. But my heart just broke when I said that. I said, man, and I saw the stuff. I said, I need volunteers. They're all gone. I look up, somebody says, there's volunteers right here. So there was about 14 volunteers there. I said, come on, let's do this. We started to break up all the packages. We started moving the pallets. We had a flash mob. I'm telling you, it was like a flash mob. There was over 100 volunteers that showed up like this. We continued to open up. It was like the loaves and the fishes. And the only thing we had was willingness at that point. And we began to open up all the tables, bring everything out. We gave away everything that was there. We continued to pack up and package, put everything in packages so that people could carry it home. And we created thousands of packages. We loaded them up onto the truck. Last night we had to rent the truck, and today we delivered it over to Coney Island Church. So we're in a change now as to what we're going to do for our people. As part of the problem is now in our community, for those of you who don't know, we had 25-story, up to 25-story apartment buildings with no elevator. Alphabet City, and they didn't have hot water, heat, food. Okay. So, I gotta just tell you, this is off the press, okay? This is just willingness from the people that love God and love people and understand that we're called to serve. So, yesterday, it's now 10 o'clock, and one of my guys says, Pastor Rick, there's a building here. This is yesterday. It has 120 families of deaf people, and they have not been. Some of them haven't eaten for 3 days. Can we do something? And I said, come on, let's get a car. One of my guys had just showed up with a car. We loaded up his car. And then I'm thinking, who are we going to send up? I'm telling you, at that moment, a new crop of volunteers, 15 volunteers. My middle son shows up. 15 volunteers show up. And I said, let's go. You guys are going to take this and you're going to deliver this door to door. You're going to walk through every floor, make sure that the people are there. And we were able to deliver into the building, okay? And then at lunchtime when we're feeding the folks, we had a couple thousand meals yesterday afternoon. after church. Our church service was outside in the cold. Most of our people, the people couldn't come in because they don't have gas. But the community showed up. We're having lunch, and one of my ladies comes up to me. She's the mother of 4. She has twins, and she says to me, Pastor Rick, I have one of my friends lives on the 23rd floor, and she hasn't eaten for days, and she's sick. Can we do something for her? Can I take some of these meals up to her? Can you send somebody with me? So I have one gentleman in my church that's a doctor, and he's a runner. And I said to him, how you feeling, man? You still working out, right? And he says, yeah, he has a smile. I said, that's great. You're going to take this up with her, and you're going to go up to the 23rd floor and deliver this. And he just did it with a smile and came back down about 25 minutes later. And I'm telling you, it was the most incredible. This has been the most incredible. I'm used to kind of, not really, but, disasters happen. You just do what you have to do. I also don't have hot water. We don't have heat. We didn't have light. I live on the 6th floor. We've been through all of this thing. But it's not about what I have or don't have. It's about what we need to do with our responsibilities with the folks.
That's right.
So it's a natural thing to do. And I thank God because what happened there did not happen by government. Even though Mayor Bloomberg got up on Saturday and he made it like he has this distribution where 2,000 people are working over here in the Lower East Side, and he gave our address. This guy did absolutely nothing, and his people showed up 4 days late with the National Guard, who came with the MREs and the water, which is wonderful, and I appreciate, and I'm very thankful for anything.
That's right.
But what the people really needed, when they needed it, came from the church and the community. And all day yesterday, we have people from the Upper East Side. I had the communists there. I had the Occupy Wall Street people there. And everybody jumped in, and we delivered to every home that had the elderly, that had the sick, that had the people that couldn't come down. We delivered through the dark in the projects where people fear to tread. And there was no incident, in spite of having a 5-hour line where the people were around the block. We have pictures of that. We had no incident in 4 days. And the people, it was a spirit of love and patience. And I'll tell you, the church, we have been praying for 30 years for this neighborhood, and God brought the entire neighborhood to us yesterday, where we were in this week, where we were able to just show them love, unconditional, and be able to minister to them. So any resources that come in, we're going to continue to do that.
I was really blessed last